Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh my god, what am I doing? I feel like I'm being so awkward. This is so stressful. Yeah, welcome to my channel. I actually filmed this after I'd done my makeup because if I'd have filmed it before, I would have given everyone a scare. So yeah, this is basically just my everyday makeup routine, answering a couple of your questions. I planned on answering more questions than I actually did. I ended up talking a lot more than I expected to. But yeah, we'll just get right into it and I hope you enjoy. Just be normal. What's wrong with you? So I'm gonna make a start my makeup. I just want to do a quick disclaimer. This is in no way a makeup tutorial because I realistically have got no idea what I'm doing. Also, my skin decided to have a breakout about 3 days ago because I started my period. So apologies for that. I don't always look like this. Another side note, unfortunately I did not wash my makeup brushes for this occasion, so sorry about that. Please don't judge me. Thanks. I just thought I'd do my makeup really quick, show you guys my everyday kind of general makeup routine, and then just answer all the questions that I got on Instagram. I'm saying all the questions like I got like 600. Got about 10, so I'll just answer whatever you guys wanted to know. So my first question, what was your biggest regret of 2021? I don't really know. I feel like I try my best to like, sorry, I'm looking this way because that's where my mirror is. I probably didn't think that through very well, but really, I done the best of what I could. It took me about half an hour to even set up this, and this is nothing. So please bear with me. We're all learning, okay? But yeah, what was I saying? Biggest regret of 2021. I think I don't really like saying that I regret things because I try my best not to. Like, because I always think of it like you can't regret it if that's what you wanted to do at the time, if that makes sense. So like, oh, sorry, my stomach just rumbled. I haven't eaten yet today. Yeah, I don't really tend to like have regrets. I'd say I look at things and then I get annoyed at myself because I think, why did you put yourself in that position? But then again, I always think, well, that's what you wanted to do at the time, so you can't really regret it now. Like, I could sit here and reel off a million things that I regret, but then it's like, what's the point? Because then I would be looking at my whole entire life every single day like, oh, why did you do that? Why did you do that? I feel like I've adapted the idea now of do what you want. Like, obviously not do what you want to the point where it's gonna like be an explosive issue in everyone's life, but like, if you want to do something and it makes you happy, like, do it and then deal with the consequences after. I think my one regret would be probably staying in situations where I didn't feel fully appreciated, or I feel like I get myself into situations and then I look at things very much with like rose-colored glasses, I think. So a situation could be like not awful, but like not what I want, or not the way I want it to be, and I'll just try and convince myself that it is, or like it's better than what it actually is. So I think that's probably my biggest regret of 2021, is not removing myself from situations where I didn't feel fully appreciated. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to talk while I'm doing this because I have to like really concentrate. Also, if you can hear like whistling, I don't know what my dad's doing out there, but he's just making a lot of noise. Right, next question was, what made you get into content / fashion on Insta? God, I don't really know. I think it's really weird. Like I got Instagram like, when did I get Instagram? When did it come out? Like 2010? I think I got it when I was about 12. So what year was that? Like, yeah, like 2011. So it was very like fresh. Like, I think I was one of the only people like in my year at school that had Instagram. Because I remember saying to my friends like, oh yeah, like I got this app called Instagram and you basically just like post your photos on there. And I think at first like, I wasn't really into it because I was like, it's dumb. That's genuinely what I thought. I was like, this is such a dumb app. Like, why am I just posting my photos on Instagram? Like, I think I didn't really get it at first. Like, I didn't understand the concept or like the thing, like the hype, I think. So, and I kind of thought it was a bit like Facebook where it was like, oh, you just like post your like memories or like you just post things that happen to you. Like I didn't realize it was like an actual, well, I don't even think anyone realized at that time that it was like actually a platform where you could monetize your content. So I think for a long time I was just like using Instagram but not really using it properly. And then I think, sorry. Yeah, so I was talking to my friend Niall about it when I was about 14, and he said like, oh, like Shauna, you know, like you can get famous on Instagram. And I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? He was like, people like get famous, like they make money off like posting pictures basically. I was looking through all these people and then they'd have like, I think it wasn't even like a ridiculous amount of followers. It was like 45,000 followers or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, like that's insane. Like, how has that happened basically? So then I think that was when I kind of got into it more. Not because I was like, oh my God, I want to be famous, but I realized it was like an actual platform to be creative and like, if people like what you're posting, they'll like acknowledge it a bit more, if that makes sense. Then yeah, I think about 14 or 15, I think I started taking it a bit more seriously. I was posting quite a lot. No, like the stuff I was posting was absolutely ridiculous. Like the pictures I would post were horrendous. Like, you know when everyone used to use that dog filter on Snapchat? I used to post pictures on my Instagram feed with the dog filter on. Like, who am I? Like, what is that? So, yeah, obviously I had a few thousand followers and I was still just kind of posting nonsense. And then I started following a lot of content creators who I felt like were really like, I don't know, not like how I wanted to be, but like, well, yeah, I guess. So yeah, I started following a lot of content creators and I was like, and then I feel like my style started to change. So this is probably like when I was in college, like, so I think I used to be, oh my God, I used to literally be, when I was like younger, I used to wear jeans all the time, like them Topshop, like what they call Joni jeans. I used to wear them literally all the time, and I wouldn't go anywhere in like a tracksuit. Like I would never wear a tracksuit, and I used to think like, oh my God, if I wear a tracksuit outside, everyone's gonna think that I look like a tramp. So I literally never ever wore tracksuits or like jogging bottoms. Like, I remember I was literally, yeah, like I was like 16 and I just used to wear jeans all the time. Like, even to go like and go to my friend's house, like just go and chill at my friend's house, I would just like wear jeans. And now, like, looking back on it, I'm like, what on earth was I doing? Like, I could not have been comfortable at all. But I just like, there was, I don't think I wore like, I didn't wear leggings, I didn't wear joggers. And then all the people I was following, I think when I was like, yeah, 17, everyone was like wearing tracksuits, and that was like the thing. Like, no one was wearing jeans anymore, and I was like, oh my god, no one no one wears jeans anymore. That was literally, I had this like epiphany, and I was like, oh my god. And to be honest with you, I don't wear jeans ever. Like, now, like, the thought of putting jeans on makes me feel like unwell, because they're so uncomfortable. I don't know how I used to wear them all the time. So yeah, I think gradually, like, as Instagram grew like as a platform in itself, I think my style kind of changed, and like the content I posted started changing, because I don't feel like I've ever really been that creative in the sense of like in school, like I wasn't really like arty, like, or like creative. Like, I never really like done things like, I don't know, I never like, you know, there was like the creative people and they could draw really well. Like, I was never one of them. Like, I was smart in school, like I done well in my exams, but I don't think I was like creative. And then there was obviously some people when it's like, and they dye their hair really like fun colours, and that was like their creative thing. And I feel like Instagram is like my creative thing, like, because you can, like, your Instagram is your Instagram, like it's basically your like mood board, if that makes sense. So I feel like that's like my creative outlet, if that makes sense. I don't know why I keep saying if that makes sense. I literally am making perfect sense. But yeah, like, that's like where I feel like I can be creative, which is also why I wanted to do YouTube, because it's like, then it's like my thing. That's like my outlet of creativity in a way. I don't think there's like any one particular thing that made me like want to do it. I think it's just like, I've always said, and like I've always said to my mum and dad, like, I don't want a normal job. Like, I don't want a normal like 9-to-5 job. Like, I've never wanted that. That's never been my dream. So like, when people say to me like, what's your dream job, I'm like, well, I don't really have one, because in the best way possible, my dream is not to work. Like, well, not to not work, but like, I don't really want a normal job. So I don't know if that counts as a dream job. Like, being able to create content and like have that creative outlet as my job would be like amazing, because then it's like you're monetizing yourself as like a brand. And I think that is like, well, surely that's like the ultimate goal for anyone, like just getting paid to be yourself. And it's not even about like, it's not even all about the money or getting paid or anything like that. I think it's just knowing that people appreciate the content that you post. But yeah, like, I've always known I didn't want like a normal job. Like, I used to when I was younger. Oh my god, I never tell anyone this. When I was younger, my like dream job, I wanted to be on the West End. Like, that was like I thought that was what I was going to do with my job. Like, I was like, I'm going to be in like all these musicals, I'm going to be on the West End, like I'm going to be an actress, basically. Like, that was like my entire dream, like, and I was so dead set on it. And then from when I was like 9 9 or 10. I went to like drama school, if that's what you want to call it, and like on a Saturday morning, and I used to be in all these shows. Doing that made me realise that it's like, it's not that easy. Like, it's so, like, performing arts industry is so cutthroat. I think, like, I don't know who it was, someone applied for the Brits Academy from that performing arts school, and I remember them saying like the audition process, like, even not even to get in, but like the audition process to get an audition was like a joke. And I was like, I can't put myself through that, because I can deal with like criticism. Like, if someone says to me, oh, I don't like the way you did that, or like, I don't like the way you did that, but that's not the way they criticize. It's not criticism, it's like, actually it hurts your feelings. So yeah, I think that dream died pretty quickly. If I'd have said to my teachers in school, oh, I want to do social media, they would have been like, what are you talking about? Like, it wasn't really a job. So I couldn't really, so I never really told anyone. So everyone would be like, oh, like, what do you want to do? And I was like, oh, I don't know, like, I'm just going to go to college, go to uni, do whatever, blah, 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 blah. So left school, still with this idea in my head that something magical was going to happen and social media was just going to like fall into my lap as a job. And went to sixth form, done my A-levels. Well, I went to sixth form with the idea in my head that I was going to go to uni. And I think I was at sixth form for about a week. And then I was like, no. Like, no, there's no way that I'm going to uni. Like, and I think I even wrote it like on my sixth form application, like, I want to go to a Russell Group university. Like, I want to study, I think I wanted to study English, because that's the only subject I've ever enjoyed. So I was like, yeah, I want to go to a Russell Group, I want to study English. Like, this is my like top 3 universities that I'm like considering, and they were all like insane. Like, I think one of them was Oxford. Like, sorry, I'm smart, but I do not have the brain power to go to Oxford. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. So yeah, I was thinking, yeah, I'm gonna go to college, do my A-levels, go to university, go to this like amazing university, get the most amazing degree in English. But then where was I even going with that? Because what would I have done with that? Like, I think, actually, yeah. And then when I was in college, in second year, or was it first year? No, it was first year. In first year of college, for my coursework, I done an article. I wrote an article on the O.J. Simpson trial, and my English teacher said to me, like, Shauna, have you ever considered going into journalism? And I was like, oh no, like, never really. Like, I've never even thought about it, because I was like, I just thought of journalism as like the Daily Mail, and I was like, I'm never doing that. She was like, I think you could really be like, oh, sorry, just dropping everything. She was like, I think you could be like a journalist. And then I was like, oh, it was like new dream. So then started researching, like, getting into journalism without doing a degree, because I was like, there's no way I'm going to university. So I was looking at it, and it was like, oh, you can get into journalism without doing a degree. You'll have to go to this, I don't even know what it was, like this, you'll have to do this course, or like this technically university thing, but it's longer, like it takes longer. So it was like a 5-year thing. And I was like, not being funny, 5 years. I think I'm very much an immediate gratification person. So I saw 5 years and I said, no, that's too long. I'm not waiting that long. So then that died. And I feel like the only thing I've ever consistently come back to is Instagram, or like social media. Like, that's the only thing I've ever been sure about. So that's why I think I got into it, because it's like, as much as everyone says like social media is like a horrible platform, like it's a horrible thing and people get so much hate from it, which is true, like, and it is awful sometimes, it can be awful, but I just think it can also be so good. Like, it can give you so many opportunities to do things that you would never even dream of doing, like. And as much as it's like, I just realised how aggressively I blew on that brush. I think it's just like, yeah, like, I think Instagram is like the place I feel comfortable to post what I want to post and like share my content. That like I said, like that's my creative thing. Like, I don't dye my hair fun colours, and I don't really do anything interesting like in terms of like my makeup or anything like that. I feel like what I wear, like that's like my creativity, you know? So yeah, I feel like that's how I got into Instagram, and that was probably the longest explanation, which could have literally been about 2 seconds long, but here we are. So yeah, I think that's probably it. Moving on, because I've rambled on for about 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes, probably about 20. Right, the next question I got was, oh, I like this, but I'm also a bit scared of this. Can you talk to us about your spiritual awakening that you are currently experiencing? Now, I don't know. One second. I don't really think that this is something that I've ever spoken about with like probably anyone, to be fair. I don't know that I would call it like a spiritual awakening. I feel like it's just more getting to grips with like who I am as a person and learning a lot more about myself. And I think that that is kind of based on, well, yeah, like obviously spiritual things, because I feel like I'm more spiritual than religious. Like I am a Catholic, like I was christened a Catholic, and I do believe in God, which is the weirdest thing, because it's like if you believe in one then you can't believe in the other, but I don't really agree with that. So yeah, I don't know, like obviously a lot of people believe in like star signs and stuff, so I don't know how far it goes to where I can say that I'm like this really spiritual person, because I'll be honest, like I don't 100% know what I'm talking about, and like, but I do believe in like the universe, and that like everything happens for a reason. Like I have this really strong belief. Oh my god, my eyes are literally watering. What is going on? I really don't believe in like coincidences. Like I don't think that they're a thing. So like the other day, I was driving and I drove past someone, and then I was thinking in my head like, oh my god, like if anything had have happened differently in the last 20 minutes of what I'd have just done with my day, I wouldn't have drove past them. And it's just things like that. Like I just don't believe that anything happens by accident. Like obviously, oh, just cracked my knuckle, sorry. Like obviously people say all the time like, oh my god, like that's a coincidence, but like, is it? Like I just don't believe that. I think the universe, like the energy that we put out into the universe is very much what comes back to us, which I guess is like obviously like karma, when people say like what goes around comes around. But obviously if you're always speaking negativity into your life, that's what you're going to get back. Like if I was to sit here right now and say, oh my god, have the worst life ever and nothing ever goes right, like then nothing's ever really going to change, and that's always going to be what happens. And I just don't believe that that's a good way to look at life. So I don't really know if that's like so much a spiritual awakening, or if that's just me getting more in touch with the universe and understanding energy, because I'm with, when I meet new people, or like when I talk to people, like even people I already know, like energy and like vibe, like the way they are with me, like that's the first thing I'll pick up on. Like if someone hasn't got good energy, I don't want to surround myself with them, because it's like, why would I put myself in that position? Because if you're like, think about it, like when people say like, it's kind of back to the thing of like, you are the company you keep, if that makes any sense. So like if you're surrounded by 6 negative people all day every day, and all you ever do is sit around and talk about all your problems and everything that goes wrong in your life, it's like, well, you're never going to get anything good out of life, are you? Because you're not really looking for the good. Like you're constantly searching for the bad things, which is what I completely try and avoid. So I don't like to think about things negatively. Like when bad things happen to me, or like when bad things happen in general, I just kind of not look at it as a positive thing, but just look at it more as like, it's a learning experience. Which is also why I feel like I can't hold a grudge against people, because it's like, you did what you did. Like say if someone did something wrong to me, it's like, okay, you did what you did, and that's fine, because you taught me a lesson that I needed to be taught. And that also comes back to me and the universe. Like I feel like I sound insane right now. I don't care. I don't even care. I don't care. Yeah, like me and the universe. So it's like, if someone does something wrong to me, I don't need to sit and punish them, because I know in my heart that they're gonna get what they deserve, and I don't need to do anything. I don't need to sit and wish them bad, and I don't need to sit and make them feel bad for what they done. I can forgive people and feel no two ways about it. Like I don't hold a grudge. And people say to me all the time, like, how do you not hold a grudge against people when they do XYZ to you? But like, what am I gaining from that? Like holding hate in your heart doesn't give you anything. It doesn't give you any kind of benefit. It's just, if anything, it makes you weaker, because you're constantly focusing on all these negative feelings that you have inside of yourself, when really you could be focusing on all the good in your life. And you just need to trust that if someone does something wrong to you, or if someone disrespects you in any kind of way, that's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them. So them doing that, they will get their consequences, they will get their karma, and whatever is coming for them, that's nothing to do with you. So yeah, I don't know if that counts as a spiritual awakening, or if that's just my personal experience. I don't know. I don't really know what that is. And also, like, obviously, in terms of like speaking things into existence, that's when like manifestation comes in. And like, I believe that you can manifest anything into your life, like literally anything. Like, and people say, no, like, how is that possible? Like, you can't manifest, like, if you, obviously people say like you can manifest a specific person into your life, or you can like you can use manifestation to like convince someone to do something, like to conform to what you want, basically. Sorry, I just really need to do my lips because they're really bothering me looking like this. People say all the time, like, how can you manifest something or someone into your life? But like I said, it's like the energy transfer between you and the universe. So like, if you genuinely believe that something's going to happen, or like you genuinely believe that something is for you or belongs to you, then it's like, how can it not happen? I've put it out into the universe. The universe has heard me, so it is going to happen. I've got makeup all over my top. How did this happen? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, like I know that this is going to happen. So regardless of what happens. Also, sorry, can I just say, I discovered this new trick. I line my lips with like this pinkish like lip liner, and then I use concealer. Look. Just like in the middle. I think I put too much on. And then it just like makes it lighter in the center. And I done it like just on a one-off one day, and then I was like, oh, I actually really like that. So now that's my trick that I use, and also saves me money, and I don't have to buy a nude lipstick every 6 weeks. So I literally can't, why do I always ramble on about everything? So yeah, that's basically like the kind of spiritual side of things. And I think obviously if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see like I post on my stories all the time like about the universe and like energy that you attract. And I think it's something like I was talking to one of my friends about it the other day, and he said like, oh, like to be fair, now that you've explained it, like it makes a lot of sense. And like I think it's one of them things, like once you start looking into it, it does make a lot more sense. And like I feel like personally I started looking into it and believing in it more, and then I just thought, how did I ever not think about this as a thing, if that makes sense. So yeah. Is that necessary? Is that necessary? I don't think so. Yeah, oh my god, I've literally answered 3 questions and my makeup is done. I just need to put my eyelashes on. So let me answer one more and then I'll shut up. I've got lipstick on my teeth. Oh. Right, what's the last one? Right, okay, this one's fine. This shouldn't take me too long to answer, I don't think. Oh my god, I just realised this video is an hour long already. I haven't even done anything. Right, the last question is, do you have any New Year's resolutions? To be honest, yes and no. So I did, like, I've got goals for 2022, but I don't know if that is, are you joking me right now? That was so unnecessary. Yeah, like I've got goals and like things I want to achieve by the end of 2022, but I don't really know if that counts as a resolution. My main thing is I don't want to let a boy make me cry this year. I don't know if that's a resolution, but I cried so much in 2021 and I can't do it again because honestly, I think I was like on the verge of a mental breakdown. My dad is just hoovering and this is so inconsiderate. And I have not stuck this eyelash on very well. Oh my god, what am I doing? And also, what is he doing? This is a mess. A mess. Oh my god, I think my eyes shut. My eyes glued shut. Everything just went wrong in the last 10 seconds. I just wiped my whole top through my highlighter. So bad. What am I doing? Right, is this normal? Oh, my finger just got stuck to my eyelash glue. Do you know what? I need to start getting my eyelashes done again because this is... What is this? This is such a dilemma. That'll do. That will do because I can't deal with this. yeah, so one resolution is to not let any boys make me cry this year. And then my goals, I think, would be, my goal is that by the end of the year I will hit at least 15k on Instagram and at least 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So that's like sorry, I think that's like my main focus of the year. This is like, probably sounds so shallow, but my other goal would probably just be to like start being outside of my comfort zone, I think. Like I tend to do things and stay where I'm comfortable, and I don't really feel like I push myself that much to do things that make me uncomfortable. But I feel like you don't grow as a person unless you're put into uncomfortable situations. So I feel like, yeah, I really want to like push myself and do things where maybe I wouldn't normally do, or like where I'm maybe not as comfortable, because I feel like that will benefit me as a person. Because I feel like I did grow a lot this year as a person, and I did learn a lot about myself. Did I set my face? I don't think so. Well, if I did, then now I have twice. But yeah, I just feel like I did grow this year as a person, but I feel like next year I really want to become my full, like I really want to unlock my full potential as a human being. So yeah, I literally answered 4 questions. It's probably the worst Q&A ever, and I went on for about an hour about probably something that no one really cares about, but sorry about that. So yeah, I am gonna bring this video to a close now. I will leave all the products in the description that I used on my face, if anyone cares about that. And if you do want a more like in-depth makeup routine where I actually speak through what I'm doing, then I'll happily do that. But yeah, so please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I really hope you enjoyed my first video, and if you made it all the way to the end, then congratulations, because I have done nothing but talk a load of nonsense. So I'll see you in my next one.